Zambia!
Chalo!
I can never sell out that. Never. Not me. Not these boys here. Not these girls here. We are men and women of principle.
Today is 28th April. To some people, it's just another day on the calendar. But here in Zambia, it means something more. Today marks the birth of a man who would go on to shape an entire nation, Kenneth Kaunda, a teacher, a freedom fighter, a president, and the founding father of Zambia.
We have done all these things in search of peace, but it has to be genuine peace, based on sincere, genuine majority rule. Anything else, you can kill us. Zambians will be born out of our blood. We'll continue to fight. We are such a people.
So this was a civil disobedience movement, and it was a way they were saying to say, we'll make the colonial masters dance the cha-cha-cha.
Some dates pass quietly, others carry history. 28th April is one of those dates, because on this day, a man who was born, who would later lead Zambia to independence and dedicate his life to building a nation from the ground up. His name was Kenneth Kaunda, and today Zambia remembers him.
This is where our independence was birthed from. And this is something he emulated from Kwame Nkrumah from Ghana. Yes, so it was a way of promoting Pan-Africanism, because it's believed that Ghana was the first African country to gain their independence in 1957.
While exploring Zambia, I made a stop here in Lusaka at the former residence of Kenneth Kaunda, known to many as KK House, to learn more about one of Africa's most influential leaders. Come with me.
Oh, welcome to Zambia.
So you're welcome to Chilenje House National Monument, or Chilenje House number 394. So Chilenje House number 394 is the house where our first Republican president, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, lived.
This is where our first Republican president used to live before he became a president. And you are going to see the actual things which they used to use. Nothing duplicate, but the actual things.
And Dr. Kaunda lived in this house the time they were fighting for Zambia's independence. So most of the important meetings that led to our independence were held at house number 394. So this is where him and his comrades would come, hold their secret meetings, and from here they would go out there now and fight and just try to destabilize the colonial government. So the period they lived here, January 1960 to December of 1962, this is a period of almost 3 years. And within the same period, there's a time known as the Cha-Cha-Cha Uprising. So Cha-Cha-Cha Uprising was a period from January 1961 to June of 1961. So this was a civil disobedience movement, and it was a way they were saying to say, we'll make the colonial masters dance the cha-cha-cha, like the Brazilian dance. So him and his followers would come, hold their secret meetings within his premises, and from here they'll go to the white neighborhoods, and they'll be blocking roads, burning cars, as a way of just trying to destabilize and cause trouble for the colonial government, and just put a standstill to their businesses. Yes, so this is house number 394, and if you come with me, if you look at the statue we have here, so the statue is that of Dr. Kaunda wearing the toga. So way back he adopted the type of dress code where he would wear a certain wrapper across the chest, and this is something he emulated from Kwame Nkrumah from Ghana. Yes, so it was a way of promoting Pan-Africanism, because it's believed that Ghana was the first African country to gain their independence in 1957. So Kaunda and his followers started dressing like the Nkrumahs as a way of just promoting Pan-Africanism. So Kaunda was born in 1924 in Chinsali, which is on the northern part of Zambia. So he was born to Malawian parents. So the parents came from Malawi as missionaries. Yes, so he was born in Zambia, and he became a politician when he was in his early 30s. Yes, but he only got to be president at the age of 40. So he's the youngest president we've had. So he became president at the age of 40. And he served Zambia for 27 years. So Dr. Kaunda was married to Betty Kaunda, and together they had 9 children. This was Kaunda's house. This is the setup of the furnitures and everything they were using, the dining suite, the couches, the sofas. Yeah, so this is like the living room where the Kaundas would be having their meals, their secret meetings, because this is where our independence was birthed from. This is where they would come, all their secret meetings, and from here they'll go out there and just fight and try to destabilize the colonial government. So if you come with me here, we have the kitchen. So this is where the meals were being prepared from. So this was the stove they were using, the kettle. We have the jacuzzi there. So that's where the Kaundas would be bathing though, because then the bathrooms were outside. So they had to carry this and they'll be bathing from outside. These are some of the pots, the plates. Yes, then we have the cupboard, the kettle they would be using to drink tea. Yes, then if you look at the house, it was a 2-bedroom house. So this was the children's bedroom. So it's a bit dark, let me do this. So this is where the kids will be sleeping. Yes, so this is the children's bedroom, and in all they had 9 children. By the time they lived here, they had 7, because the last 2 were twins. So the twins were not yet born, and so the 7 kids would be sleeping in this bedroom. Yes, then now if you come with me here, we have the master bedroom. So this was the master bedroom. This is the master bedroom. This is where the parents would be sleeping. So yeah, this is Dr. Kaunda's bed. We have the wardrobe here. This is like where he used to keep his guitar, because he loved playing guitar. He was a musician, so this is where he kept his guitar. And if you look at this here, we have the uniform that the firstborn Panji. So this is the uniform Panji would be wearing at school. Yes, then there's also this. This is like the apron that Mama Betty, the wife, would be wearing in the kitchen. Yes. Yeah, so this is the Kaunda house. I don't know if we can say humble beginnings, because for an African family to live in a 2-bedroom house, then it meant you are doing very well. Yes, because most of the houses within the area are 1-bedroom. So like just a selected few had 2 bedrooms.
These paintings are from ritual?
Yeah, like these paintings, no, they were new additions. So the paintings were done in 1975 by a certain white artist, Tom Hill. Yes. So 1975, Dr. Kaunda happened to be in America, and he happened to attend an art gallery hosted by Tom Hill. So he invited him back. That's when Mr. Tom Hill did these paintings. So Kaunda himself was an artist.
Wow.
Yeah, so musician, yeah. So in the portrait, we see Dr. Kaunda and the wife and the 9 children. So amongst the children, the firstborn is the guy on the far right. That's Panji Kaunda. So he's currently serving as the High Commissioner to Malawi. Then the second born is the guy on the far left on top. That was Waza Kaunda. So unfortunately, Waza Kaunda passed away in 2024. Then the guy on the middle, Wezi, was a politician and was assassinated in 1999. Then the fourth born is the guy on the far left, just next to, on the far left, being held on the shoulder. So that's Tilienji. He was a politician, but now he's retired from politics. Then the fifth born is the guy on the far right, next to the father. So that was Masuzio Kaunda. So he died in 1986. So he died of AIDS, and very few people knew about AIDS then. So when he died, the father came out open to tell the nation, to say, this is what has killed my son. And from that time, the father became an advocate in the fight against AIDS. Then from him, the next guy is Kaweche. So there's a guy who's holding his hands. He's holding his hands together. That's Kaweche. He passed away. That was last week. Yes, a week ago. Yes, in April 2026. Then the first daughter they had, Musata, she's based in Zambia. She was in Canada for some time, but now she's back in Zambia. Then we have the last two. The last two were twins. So there's the girl Cheswa and the boy Kambarage. So the boy Kambarage was named after the first president of Tanzania, Julius Kambarage Nyerere. So unfortunately, he passed away in 2022 in Mozambique. Then we have the girl Cheswa, and her name Cheswa means a broom in Bemba. Yeah, so we have Bemba from the northern part of Zambia, and it was a way Dr. Kaunda was saying, was simply saying to say we are sweeping out colonial rule. Yes.
Now, I was shocked to find out when KK died.
He died in 2021 at the age of 97.
Oh my God.
Yes, and the wife died in 2012. Yes, so he had 9 children, and out of the children, 5 have died.
So I've seen a lot of pictures of KK online. I've seen 2 statues of him here in Zambia. And I'm curious, what's with the white handkerchief? So I asked the side guide.
So the white handkerchief was a way of promoting peace. Yes, this was the way he was promoting peace. So Kaunda is well respected in Zambia, not just in Zambia. So if you look at the whole of Southern Africa, he played a very big role in helping countries like South Africa, Mozambique, Namibia, Zimbabwe gain their independence. So he was seen as a Pan-Africanist, and he did so much, not only for Zambia, but for, I can say, the whole of Africa.
Guys, I've learned so much from this tour about Zambia, about Kenneth Kaunda, and I hope that the next time you are in Zambia, you make time to come here to experience this as well. Yo, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Happy KK Day, especially to my Zambian cousins. My name is Atswei, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.